this is the Whispering Voice, and I hope you're all happy and well, all you wonderful people. It's been quite a busy week for me this week. Today I was in Manchester, and only glad I was there a few hours. For instance, driving in Manchester and driving here in North Wales are two completely different things, and it's only about 45 miles away. The reason I was there was I was taking some people that they don't live far from me. They were going to Tenerife, I think, for a week's holiday. So I've taken them to the airport, dropped them off, and I'll pick them up in a week's time. And the reason I took them was they had that much luggage, which was amazing just for a week, but their car wasn't big enough, so they asked me if I would take them in mine, so I did. I always find on a journey, even as short as that, into a city, be it Manchester, London, anywhere, you always find, well, I do, on my way home, how much you appreciate where you live. Now that would be if you love where you live, like I do, and it's so easy to take things for granted, but if you were to take them away, that's when you notice they're not there. But yeah, so it was nice to get back to the mountains. I mean, the cities are nice for me to visit, and very good if you want any shopping for shops. All the big names and huge stores. And I found out the other day through a video that in America, Walmart is a famous store, and our equivalent is Asda in Britain, and I never knew that. Walmart and Asda. Just a little fact there. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing today. And also, I've noticed when I've been on my channel, and thank you to everyone again for leaving such wonderful comments, and not only on my videos but on my channel itself, and also below my videos. And as you know, I try to answer them all if I can. It's I appreciate it, and I'm very lucky to have you as listeners. Good news in the UK, especially England. The government had planned on selling some of the forests and woods, supposedly to make lots of money, but due to the people, so many people some of the ministers, the government ministers themselves, were against it, and they've now decided to stop, and they're not going to sell them, which is a good thing, because they belong to the people of this country for their enjoyment. I think it's the last thing we've got. There's nothing much else that can be touched, really. So that's good news, in my mind anyway. Another thing I'd like to share with you is I had a message from a chap who's started making his own whisper videos, and his name is The Whispering Wizard. It's a wonderful name. It just rolls off the tongue. And he said I was an inspiration to him, which gave him the idea of making his own whisper videos. And I've listened to his first video, and it's very good, very clear, and very interesting. He explains how he became interested in whispering videos and what started it off for him. So, if you can listen to him, I don't think you'll be disappointed. So that's The Whispering Wizard. And someone else I would like to thank as well is, and this is another wonderful name, Candy and Carrots. Candy and Carrots. Wonderful name. And she made a dedication video for me, which is very kind. So thank you so much for that. If you're listening, I appreciate it very much. And that video I have put as a response under my cooking video, Cooking in the Woods. If you'd like to listen to it. Again, another wonderful clear voice and a wonderful accent, in my opinion. So thank you to both of you, really, and good luck as well with any future videos you make. I was aware, as I listen to a lot of whisper videos, I've come across a lot, really, of whisperers I haven't heard of, and which just shows you how big this community's getting. And if I don't listen to your videos, or if I don't comment on them, it could be maybe sometimes I am a bit busy, maybe, but because a lot of times when I go onto my channel, I spend responding to comments and messages from people, which I enjoy as well as making the videos, because as I keep saying, without you I wouldn't be here, and you're a big part of my day-to-day life. There's so many new ones now that I haven't heard of, which is wonderful, isn't it? That when I started, I think you could count on two hands how many whisperers there was. And there's some fantastic people out there with good audio technique in editing and things, by ways of panning from left to right. Just amazing. And of course the founder for the panning videos is Whispering Music over there in Ireland, who I also respect and wishes too. I still hope that the people in Australia come into terms with the floods as best they can, because it's I always see things like disasters, I like depression, and what I mean by that is nobody ever knows what you're going through unless they've been through it themselves. And it's the same with floods or any disaster. Unless you've really been there or been part of it and been affected by it, really, you have no idea of the effects and what it can do to people's lives. We had it here in North Wales in the year 2000. My grandmother was affected by it, and my mother and my father. I think my sister was involved as well, because she doesn't live far from my mother and father. But yeah, so the cats are okay. They're sleeping at the minute again. When I got home today, I just came to the front of the house and I just glanced to where my bird feeders are, and to my horror I came across a sparrowhawk, which obviously with its name kills sparrows, but this one had a starling in its talons, and it was it had killed the bird, and then it just took off with it. And it's only a small bird itself, really, but it's a beautiful bird. But that's nature, I suppose. You can't stop that. But I don't like to witness it, really, especially when I put food out for them. It's they've become food themselves. But there we are. That's nature. Also, I may have mentioned that my little bird box, I had some blue tits nesting in last year. They've been back and inspecting the box, been going in and out, so I'm hoping they're going to use it again this year, and hopefully I'll keep you updated with that when the spring comes. What else? So I just hope that you're all okay and happy in the fast and furious world we live in. And thank you for your comments on my last video, the self-confidence. I had some mixed responses with it, but mainly I think a lot of people found it helpful and interesting, but hopefully relaxing as well. And I was also thinking the other day that people become, in the beginning, when they think they enjoy, or they know they enjoy listening to whispering voices, the first thing that comes to their mind is I mustn't tell anyone because it's weird. And then they discover the whispering community here on YouTube, and they find that I'm always makes you feel that little bit more normal, if you like. But there's nothing weird about it at all. It can stem back to when you were a child, or even a baby, when your parents or grandparents, or any loved one, would have sort of either said a lullaby, or maybe sang a song, or just whispered, as I am now, which sent them to sleep. So that could stay with you through your life, which means you still enjoy them, or enjoy whispering today. But another thing I was thinking was, especially for me, this is when I was in school, I used to be told off for daydreaming, looking through the window. So my interest in the outdoors started very early, maybe too early because I used to get told off. And it was always noted in my school report to my mother that I was a good trier. I used to try very hard, try my best. But it would help if he didn't daydream and stare out of the window. Because when you listen to the teacher talking, sometimes, this is my personal experience, sometimes you'd be listening if they were talking quietly, but you were listening, but you weren't actually listening to what they were saying. So it made you feel you'd nearly drop off to sleep, really, which isn't a good thing in a geography lesson or something like that. But they'd be just talking away, and I'd be looking out the window, looking at some birds or something like that. The feathered kind, I mean, there'd be sort of, used to be a lot of crows and things like that in our school, I don't know why. And pigeons, and I'd be watching them and listening to the teacher, or just hearing the faint sound of her voice. And I think that's where it stemmed from for me, really. So I always think now that not whispering, my sort of daydreaming and staring out the window was the starting point for where I am today. But I know it's not really, but that's what I like to think anyway. So that's it, I think. Slightly updated there for you. So thanks again. Thanks for listening. And I'll speak to you soon.